a tad late, but this is supposed to be October favorites. This is really late because I've been sick for the past 2 weeks, and so it hasn't even been winter yet, and it's just autumn, and for 2 weeks I've gotten 2 colds already, and that's just not fun. I just hate cold weather. So anyway, let's have a cat update, shall we? Hey cat, come on, come on. Come on. Gotcha. Okay, so Kit Kat the kitty. Shh, calm down, calm down. Shh. He doesn't have his balls anymore. He has been castrated, and it's been quite a drama-full month for October for Kit Kat. He has been trying to open my windows. He now knows how to open windows, which is absolutely ridiculous. He's just way too smart for his little body, and he keeps like pushing the windows open, and he kept running out, and I don't know why. It's just like, am I doing something wrong? I get really upset. And then I think it's just because we have a lot of stray cats outside and he might be lonely or something. So anyway, one night he ran away, and it was just like 5 a.m. in the morning, and I was asleep, and I woke up in the morning, all the windows were open. And I was just so sad, and like I swear throughout the day I could hear his meow, because it's different to every other cat. Like every baby's cry is different, right? Anyway, and then I went to search for him the entire day. I walked around all the blocks calling his name, and I searched online like what to do when your domestic cat sort of runs away into the wild. And they said that wait until nighttime and then start calling his name again, and then flash like a flashlight out so he can see. So then at night, it was like 4 a.m. and it started raining really big, and I heard this meow, and I was like, that's it, that's Kit Kat's sound. So I got my flashlight on my phone and shone it out, and then I was like, Kit Kat, and then the meow got so loud. I was like, meow, 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 and I realized it was in the street next to mine, so I like ran out. This was like the scene in Tiffany & Co. where Audrey Hepburn is like looking for cat in the dumpster. He was right in front of a dumpster underneath the chair. It was pouring rain, and he just kept meowing and louder and louder and louder, and as soon as I picked him up, he stopped, and it was like crying and like screaming. And then I took him to the vet the next day because he had an injured leg. That's why he couldn't jump up to the window anymore, because I live on the 2nd floor. And then I think he got into a fight with the cats and stuff, so then we got some injections and some cream, and he's happy back at home now, but he still wants to go outside, and I don't know why, because he's being castrated, even though it's mating season. So is it like he doesn't realize he doesn't have his balls anymore? Just, I'm not sure, but I'm so glad to have him back home. So on to fashion favorites for this month. Zara is basically the only place that I go shopping in Shanghai because I cannot find clothes anywhere else, and I've been to Zara on quite a few occasions, and my favorite things from this month are all from Zara, so that's a bit of a Zara haul. Let's start off with the jumpers. I saw this when it was still in spring. It's just this long jumper. It goes down to my thighs, and it has the red and black sort of edging on the sides, and it's just so soft, and it's so cozy, and it's gotten quite cold recently, so whenever I put this on, I just feel like I'm snuggling in a sleeping bag, and it's very soft. Another jumper is kind of like the jumper material, you know what I mean? Like it's got like the fleecy bit on the inside, and it's got the turtleneck, and the turtleneck is a thick turtleneck as well, but it's not tight. I hate it when the turtlenecks are tight because it feels like I'm being choked. But this one is around a long length as well, and it looks really nice with just like long boots or just leggings, and it's something that you can just throw on. It's like a sloppy Joe jumper to me. On to the jackets. Now these are the only 2 jackets that I have basically been wearing this month. First one is, every girl needs a nice leather jacket, and to find one has been so difficult. I went through this phase where I wanted to get a real leather jacket, and then I just thought it was so expensive and it just wasn't really worth it, and real leather jacket, I just don't know. Anyway, so I got this from Zara. I think it was like 60-70 bucks Australian, so very, very cheap. The thing that I like about it is you can detach the bottom bit so it can become like a crop leather jacket, and I wanted something that had the sort of the lapels on the side. I'm not too sure about this thing, but I feel like it adds a bit more sort of texture and dimension to it, because I hate it when leather jackets are just sort of just only leather and there's like not much decoration on it, and it just looks really bland and uncomfortable to me. Another biker jacket that's also from Zara is this suede sort of, I want to say brownie moss green, and it's kind of the same style as the leather jacket, but I love how it has this thing on the bottom because I just feel like it makes it look so much better. So it's got silver hardware, zips on the sides, it's thick, it's so warm, and then the annoying thing about it is it always clanks if I don't do it up. If this bit's too long, I usually just tuck it back into its loop holder like that, and yes, it's just very nice to throw on when you don't want to have like a very heavy duty black look, or you want to pair it with some brown boots or like white sneakers or something. This is the jacket that I usually go for. Now onto the makeup section. So this is a repurchase, but it's something that I had to repurchase. So it is the Kit Kat. It is the Shu Uemura Hard Formula Eyebrow Pencil. Kit Kat, stop it! You stupid! Okay. Look at it. Whenever he's being naughty, I just do the Lion King thing and he just stops moving. Like, he doesn't know what to do when I hold him like this. Say hello. Hello. Don't step on my foot. Other way. So Kit Kat lost this. It's probably in like a nook and cranny somewhere within the house. So I had to repurchase it. I mean, doesn't it just make your eyebrows look like they're on fleek? Anyway, so once you get it, you have to sharpen it yourself. I did a really horrible job at this, but you have to get a Stanley knife and sort of sharpen it so it's like a flat tip. You don't want it to be a pencil tip, otherwise it won't work that nicely. And you just draw on your eyebrows like this, and I find that it looks really natural. My color is hard 9 because I didn't want to get like a charcoal grey. It's got a tinge of brown to it. Another thing that sort of goes into the beauty category, but not the beauty category, is an electric toothbrush. Now, I used to always be against these because I was like, they're so weird and you can't have that cool swooshing action. Now, I'm very lazy with brushing my teeth because I don't like the mint taste of toothpaste. It irritates the skin around my mouth and it makes it all tingly and it feels like it's burning. And also, it's just don't like brushing my teeth and the minty flavor goes up my nose and it makes me get like that nose rush. So my mum got me an electric toothbrush last time when I went back to Australia, and I think this is the most expensive Oral-B Braun one you can get. It's $100 Australian. This one is a $50 one because I haven't spent $100 on a toothbrush. The heads are interchangeable. Okay, it's much easier to take off than that. And it's got like different colored rims. So basically you can just have one toothbrush for like the whole family or you and your partner, and you can just switch out the heads. And what you do is, you don't really do like a swooshing action. You put it on your tooth, like the back area, for like 30 seconds, and then that one 30 seconds. And it's really good for people who are lazy at brushing their teeth. And it's just, I think it's really good. Like, I feel like my teeth are whiter. And when I got my dental checkup, usually the dentist always tells me off for like not flossing it off. And then he was like, oh, very good job. You've done a very good job this past half year. And I was just like, hello and welcome to the desk. Now, for something that I have been watching a lot this month is, dun 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 dun, if you would please load, Jane the Virgin. Now, I watched season 1 probably like 2 years ago and I just never really got into season 2. So if you know what a telenovela is, it's like a Spanish soap opera, and it's just very like, you know, the bold and the beautiful, is it Young and Beautiful? You know how it's just very like, oh my gosh, he died? How could you do this to me? Just very overly dramatic. It's hilarious because it's got like a narrator. So basically, it's about this girl who swore to be to do abstinence until she got married. So no sex until marriage. And then she gets pregnant. So that's why it's called Jane the Virgin, because she's a pregnant virgin. So how did that happen, you may ask? She went to the doctors to get like a checkup or something, and she got accidentally inseminated with another guy's sperm. Yes, apparently that happens sometimes. And the guy turns out to be the super rich guy who's a bit of a douche and a dickhead, but she's dating this really nice guy. But then obviously you kind of want to be with like the dad of your child. She decides to keep the child, and then just romantic interest. But it's also like, there's also a very it's a second storyline about sort of gangs and mafias and stuff in this story as well, because her baby daddy, who owns a hotel, the dad is, well, you know what, I don't want to give it away, but there's just a lot of drama in it, but it's all very lighthearted. The episodes are short and the narration is so funny. You can just zoom through it. I watched the second season in, I think, 3 to 4 days. Another thing that you have to watch is the Black Mirror season 3 came out on Netflix, and I watched season 1 episode 1, which was about the British Prime Minister who had to do something with a pig in order to save a princess, and it was absolutely horrible. It made me so uncomfortable. Of course I finished watching the whole thing, but after I watched it, I never wanted to watch Black Mirror ever again. And then when season 3 came out and everyone was buzzing about it, I was like, I have to check this out. So if you haven't seen Black Mirror before, every episode is new cast, new characters, and a completely new story. And I think the goal of it is just to make you realize what society is doing. It's just a very deep, dark truth. It's a very dark series. It's not scary, it's just kind of dark, but it's very full on. And the episodes are completely different. So you can watch, you know, season 1, episode 8, or you can just jump to season 2, episode 2. So season 3, episode 1 is called Nosedive, and it's got Bryce Dallas Howard in it, and she did an amazing job. She's so cute, she's so pretty. So it's about rating people. So everyone that you interact with, no matter if they give you a cup of coffee, or it's your taxi driver, or it's your best friend, or it's your boyfriend, every time you interact with them, you can score them out of 5 stars. So just say I got a coffee from a Starbucks person this morning, and I was like, great service, 5 stars, and I give it to them. You can rate anyone that you've had an interaction with. So of course, this is where the ranking system comes in. People who are above 4.5 star average, you're in like the elite society. You are like the MVPs of this society, you know what I mean? And then you got people who just don't care, who don't give a flop, and they're on like an average of 2 to 3 stars, and society deems them as like irresponsible, just horrid, basically criminal people. And once that system is in place, the world is just screwed. So you've got this lovely woman here who's so nice, who's so sweet, but then she's trying to climb a higher score. So obviously you use people who are higher in scores to boost you up, or you know, you've got to figure out other ways, and this whole society is just built on ranking each other. So it's just like, is someone ever really nice to you, or are they just faking it so you can give them 5 stars for their service or for their interaction? And the whole time I was watching it, I was clenching my fists, my palms were sweaty the whole time. I was so nervous for the main character. I was just like, ooh. So it's definitely something you want to watch and something to think about. After I watched it, it was like, I watched it 3 weeks ago and I still think about it all the time. Oh no, it's 12 p.m. and I seem to have found myself back in bed. But we're here for an actual reason, because I want to talk about these bed sheets. How cozy in autumn are they? So I got them at Bed, Bath and Table when I was in Melbourne. I was like, Mom, I need New Manchester for winter in Shanghai, and I absolutely love them. So they're Morgan and Finch, I'm pretty sure. They come with the matching pillowcase set. What I like about these is that they're kind of quilted, like you can see the stitching, so they're quite thick and they're very nice for winter. So the back of this pillowcase has the other pattern. So this is this pattern. Oh wait, these are the same patterns. What am I talking about? But yeah, they tie up, and I just think it's like so English and just so nice. So I got the 2 pillowcases, which are separate. And then I got this bed sheet set. It's quilted on the top as well, but what I love about it is it's got a different pattern on the inside. I just think it's so cute, so you can kind of flip it over and change things over, and it's just so perfect for autumn. I just think it's so homey. It's a very nice pastel theme, and it's kind of like geometric, but you've also got some sort of florally feeling in it. So it's a very nice autumn bedding. Another thing, you might have realized I've had a costume change. So these are also from Morgan and Finch, and they're just PJs, and I love some cozy PJs, and so right now it's not acceptable to wear Christmas PJs yet. So I've been wearing these. They're sort of flannel material, they're so warm and soft, and they're just this sort of Tiffany sky blue with lots of floral pattern on it. And every night I'm just in these bed sheets and these PJs, and I just have very sweet dreams, you know. Okay, on to the warm and fuzzy feelings of this month, because we're in bed, you know, why not? Okay, so this one, once again, I saw on Tumblr. It says, let me just get up nice and close. It says, I'm learning every day to allow the space between where I want to be and where I am to inspire me and not terrify me. Which is very true, because sometimes we think about our goals and we're just like, I'm so far away. And sometimes, you know, you'll just get like this sort of mental overload and just like, will I ever make it? Will I ever get there? And you might cry a little bit like I do sometimes. But that really inspired me, just to say that, to look at the distance as an inspiration and not as a setback, and not as a pullback, and not as a pessimistic thing. So that's something for you to take into the new month of November. And I don't know about you, but November to me is just like a pretty crappy month, to be honest. Like, there's no holidays here, there's no festivals. It's just like the month before Christmas. It's just like one of those filler months, like June, like, yeah, I think June and November are the only filler months. I mean, at least June had a lot of birthdays. Like, I just don't know about November. So I'll check in with you guys next month. Kit Kat has a new house, and he's been very excited about it. So this is his new house. He absolutely loves it. It's like a massive sort of metal caging, and it's got levels. I've only built up 1 level now, but you can add more levels in it. It's meant to be his naughty time out corner when he climbs the windows too much and he goes a bit crazy, and I put him in there to time out. But like, he just keeps going in there by himself now. He just loves it. Arrow, he's your good boy. What's your good boy? Oh. Bye guys. Say bye. Mwah! Kitten kisses.